Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome to 3304. This is where I take a look at the news and happenings in and around Elite Dangerous. This week, Frontier revealed more details on Chapter 2 and Chapter 4 of Beyond. Captain Skoommer's video series is about to get a new anniversary episode, and Powerplay is still looking for feedback. This weekend saw some amazing reveals for Elite Dangerous at LaveCon 2018. The reveals include content from both Chapter 4 as well as Chapter 2 of Beyond. For details on Chapter 4, you can check out the video I released on Saturday. In the video description, you can find a link to both that video as well as the Frontier LaveCon presentation. Here then are the details on Chapter 2. Patch 3.1 will come with a number of new settlements, and these look to be similar to the Formidine Rift and INRA settlements that were discovered last year. It was also confirmed that each of these settlements will come with some background story as well as some lore. Now in the clip shown at LaveCon, the settlement appears to have been attacked by Thargoids. Corrosive elements can be seen on the ground with green mist hanging over the location, and things look about to get very interesting just as a Thargoid interceptor shows up. New Guardian weapons are also arriving with the update, and these are the large version of the weapons that came in the previous update, and you can see those on the screen right here. So we're going to have the large Guardian plasma charger, the shard cannon, and the large healing shot cannon. These new weapons will be unlocked via the tech broker and will likely require the usual Guardian blueprints and materials. Now Frontier have previously stated that they will speed up access to these weapons and modules, and that in turn implies that the material requirements for these will likely be reduced compared to how they stand currently on the live server, so hopefully that would mean less running around and less repetitive gameplay over at the Guardian Ruins. Installations, these are the places like the scientific outposts and the military outposts, are going to be getting new updated scenarios. These are the same type of scenarios that were previously added to megaships in the first Beyond update, that's Chapter 1. Now in the clip here you can see the Challenger in action, and one of the scenarios that has been added to the game is damaged megaships. When you interact with these, you can cause escape pods to eject, which you can then scoop up and deliver to safety. So one thing that I've always been hopeful for is for these types of scenarios to be added as missions to the mission board. For example, you could be sent out to a megaship, an installation, or a settlement like the one showed earlier in the videos. Unfortunately, this is not something that is currently in the plans. However, it is something that Frontier do want to add at some point. So Chapter 2 is also coming with two new ships, one of which is the Challenger. The Challenger is a variant of the Chieftain. The second ship hasn't yet been announced, but it's widely assumed to be the Crate. After all, there were some indications of that in the trailer for Chapter 2. The Challenger can be seen here, and Frontier have stated that it is more manoeuvrable than the Chieftain, that it has an additional medium hardpoint, I believe it's medium, and that it also has higher levels of armour. Now new ships are always much welcomed by the community with the game, and personally I'm really looking forward to the Crate, assuming that it is going to be the Crate. After all, the images that we saw at Frontier Expo in 2017 of the Crate do look very nice indeed, and it has since been confirmed to be a medium-sized ship. The only other question that remains about the ships is of course whether or not they will be unlocks. But based upon all the recent ships that have been released into the game, it's likely that there won't be any unlocks there and that we'll be able to access them as soon as they're available. Or at least that's my hope anyway. So those are the details for Chapter 2 that were revealed at LaveCon. Now YouTuber Captain Skoommer has been very busy recently. You may well be aware that he's produced an exceptional exploration video series called Strange Worlds, and this is coming up for its new anniversary. So with that in mind, Skoommer has released a brand new trailer for the latest episode. Now Skoommer contacted me a little while ago and asked if I'd like to provide some voice lines for the trailer. I was actually very happy to do this. So if you want to check out the trailer, then do have a look at the links in the video description below. Another good video series can always be found on Commander Machine's YouTube channel, and he's recently released a new episode called The Enigma Expedition 3304 Volume 4.1. Now these are always very entertaining, and they're always very funny as well, full of some fantastic voice acting and some really good lip sync. They're well worth taking a look at. So once again, do check out the video description where you can find a link to Commander Machine's videos. Now Powerplay discussions are still very much an open issue, and last week Frontier opened a second feedback thread. This time they've revised their proposals for the gameplay modes and are looking for feedback on this. Initially, Frontier was suggesting that Powerplay be limited to open-only mode. However, they are now putting forth a suggestion that instead of open only, that both solo modes and private modes could have a reduced impact on Powerplay, whilst open mode retains 100% effectiveness. So if you do want to share your thoughts and opinions on this, then do head on over to the forum feedback thread. That then brings us to an end of this episode of 3304. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.